Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Tony George from LockerRoomPicks.com, TonyGeorgeSports.com, and his nationally syndicated Yahoo Sports radio show every Saturday and Sunday where he gives last-minute advice on the cards for college and NFL. Tony George, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Peter.
All right, Miami, Nebraska is the game we're going to cover. I think I'm seeing an edge here, and I have a feeling it's going to be the same edge that you are going to recommend. Before we get to it, give a complete rundown of all the awesome things you're doing during football season this year.
Well, we got guaranteed plays there at TonyGeorgeSports.com, Murderers Row of Handicappers, LockerRoomPicks.com, an all-free content site with the same handicappers at TGS, and then, of course, a national radio show in prime time, 11 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern, right before kickoff Saturday and Sunday on Yahoo Sports Radio, where they're allowing the handicapping element, our industry. They're giving us primetime exposure and making it mainstream. So we're excited about that. It's a great show. I'd like everybody to tune in.
All right, well, I think they made the right choice in who to host that show, at least so far this year, because you've been killing it. You've been killing it in our videos. I don't know if you've been killing it at your site and everywhere else, but last week you gave us two more winners in college football. Awesome pick on Missouri again. So I'm assuming that, are you killing it at your site, Tony, or has it just been in our videos?
Yeah, 9-2-1 in the NFL documented this year. I swept
awesome.
Last week 4-0 and then hit a couple of teasers. I do a lot of teasers in the NFL. And then college football, we had a 3-2 week, but one of the teams we're talking about here was my NCAA game of the year, which I mentioned on the video last week, which was Nebraska -10 at Fresno State, and that was a no-sweat winner.
Nebraska is a 7-point favorite at home here. They are off that huge win and cover against Fresno State, but again, I'm not exactly sure how much we can read into that because Fresno State is such an overvalued team at the moment. Miami, though, they were a similarly lined underdog at Louisville in week 1, and they got crushed in that one. They lost against the spread by double digits. So I'm looking at this game, Nebraska -3. Obviously, Memorial Stadium, super, huge atmosphere, tough place to play. Nebraska's got the running back, they've got the defense, they've got the quarterback. Miami on the road, freshman quarterback in a tough place to play. Nebraska -7, no-brainer pick here, right, Tony?
Well, I'm going to say yes, but, it always gives me pause when you have all those positives in your favor. Now, This is a game, being a Nebraska alumni, that I'm going to go to. I live in Kansas City. It's a 3-hour trip up, and I'm going to be in attendance at this game. But, we got a great line value with Nebraska last week because of the scare with McNeese State in Lincoln the week before where they almost lost. But if you take a look at what Louisville did well against, the Hurricane, Miami does the same things well. Now, Nebraska has not only the best 1-2 punch at running back in the Big Ten, which is Amani Cross and, of course, Amir Abdullah. They also have Jordan Westerkamp and Kenny Bell. Both of them huge playmakers on defense. And, of course, Westerkamp is a special teams guru. He ran another punt back last week against Fresno State for a touchdown. So a lot of things offensively going well for Nebraska. Getting Gregory back at defensive end. He's an All-American defensive end. Went down in week 1. Didn't have him in week 2, and it showed. Got him back. He played about half the game last week. He got a little gassed in that game. But him back against a freshman quarterback here. And a key element here, too, this is a night game in Lincoln, and the place is going to be absolutely ruckus. And I didn't see a whole lot out of Miami, Peter, playing Florida A&M and Arkansas State. It's a big step up in class here. And Bo Pelini was stated as saying Nebraska was disrespected last week because two teams right in front of them lost in the polls, and Nebraska never moved up there to that big win. So he's kind of playing the disrespect card, and they get him on national TV here. I think Nebraska has, say, a 10 to 12-point win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout win, but freshman quarterback in this environment against a Nebraska team full of piss and vinegar here. Tough place to play. 10, 12-point win by Nebraska.
All right, that's the way I was thinking. You don't sound quite as enthusiastic about it as I was thinking, but clearly a solid play in your opinion, right?
Well, yeah, it is a solid play, but when it looks too good to be true on a line, a lot of times you gotta consider the other side of the coin and try and figure out ways to take that underdog. But it's just a mismatch at almost every position here. And Nebraska's defense, I'm going to tell you something, surprised a lot of people. They're a lot better than advertised. And their last home showing against McNeese State was a big dog turn to cantaloupe match. So I expect them to play a lot better here in a marquee game like this on Saturday night.
All right, that's my opinion as well. Tony George, Nebraska, -7. Thanks.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.